Hello beautiful people, I'm RaishPhoenix, and in today's video we're going to be doing a mental health chat. Recently I've become more conscious of how I overextend myself. This is something that I've spoken about, I'm sure, in a bunch of videos, mental health videos, how I constantly feel like I pour out so much love and positivity, and when it comes to a moment in which I feel drained in my life, I don't feel like I have as many sources to rely on or to reach out to receive that same amount of energy back. It always feels like there's more going out than coming in. Okay, quick side note, because there is also a part of me that I want to hold accountable, that I'm still learning how to reach out when I'm not doing well to people that I trust, because there are people that will be like, oh, I'm here if you need me, but then when you reach out to them and you tell them what's going on, you get hit with a, oh, I hope you'll be fine. Don't worry, it'll get better. It's like a one-sentence offer, so to speak. I need people that are going to listen and also give me positive words of affirmation. So with that being said, I'm going to hold myself accountable, because I am very much the type to distance myself when I'm not doing well. And sometimes that's really what I need, you know? I really do need the space and the distance, but sometimes I really wish that I had more that positivity cycled back to me, and also give it time to figure out who I can reach out to and still feel safe and know that they will actually listen to me and also give me the type of healing energy or words or whatever the case may be for that particular situation when I don't feel the best. And of course, with us still being in quarantine, I'm definitely spending more time on online spaces. Also, I'm just in a part of my life right now where I want to meet more people and build on the friendships that I have in my life, because I feel like one of the biggest problems I had in the past was that I would always have like one close friend. And I don't think it's an issue to have one close friend, but I think it definitely puts a lot of pressure on that friendship in a way that, you know, it would be great to always have access to somebody, and it would be great to always be, you know, that one person that you always share everything with. But I think that as people grow and as they change and life happens, you know, it becomes a lot harder, at least for me as I've gotten older, it's become a lot harder to just have that one friend to check in on, or to have that one friend that you want to always be there, because they have their own life and they have other things that they have to do outside of that friendship, you know? And for me, I would just like to expand the amount of people that I talk to. I definitely get into this area of being extremely comfortable in one space once I find a comfortable space, or specifically like a comfortable person of speaking to. I'm doing my best to be mindful of the fact that friendships can look different, you know, because like I said before, I've always been in close friendships. With my friendships with people that are around me, they're more accessible, they're closer to home, they're closer to, or easier to meet up with and hang out with and to spend a lot of time with, you know? And I think that definitely plays a part in my perception of what friendship usually looks like a close friendship usually looks like to me. And I'm learning that friendships can look different, you know? There are people that you can check in with all the time. There are people that you check in with every now and then. There are people that I don't know, there's just so many examples of what friendships can look like. And I think that, you know, I've always had a variety of friendships, because there are people that maybe I haven't spoken to in years, but I can see them tomorrow and we can have a simple conversation, still have a level of respect for each other, go on about our lives, not see each other for another couple of years, and just keep that same energy, you know? And I think that I'm definitely more perceptive of the people that are closer to me. It's like once I know that I want somebody to be close to, you know, like once I know that I want to build a strong friendship with someone, I believe that I've noticed that I definitely am more aware of kind of like the overall health or status of that friendship, specifically like how often we've spoke, when's the last time we spoke, is it decreasing on average, how much we talk during a day. Do I feel like the same energy that I'm putting into that friendship is being reciprocated? I think that these are things that I have definitely found myself being extremely mindful of with the people that I want to become closer with. And I think that because I have this idea of what friendship looked like for me growing up, and just like being an adult now, I'm learning that there's such like a wide variety of types of friendships. Like, I hope I'm explaining this right. It's like I feel like the best example I can pull for that is like when I was in high school or middle school, a best friend meant we spent all of our time together. And I mean all of our time. If we had free time, it was together. We were watching a movie, we were playing video games, we were going to different places, going to the mall, you know? But then when you're an adult, being best friends with someone can look different. It can look like, girl, I'm gonna see you next month because I gotta do this, that, and the other. Or it can be like, you know, maybe I'm gonna have to video chat you for the next couple of months because I gotta go to this other area to take care of this business thing, you know? It's like friendships look different. They could be the same thing, like it could still be a best friend friendship, but the way that communication is held, or the way that that friendship is held, it changes and it evolves. And I think that that's a very big thing that I'm learning to be conscious of while building and trying to make more friends. But there is also a part of me that has unhealed trauma, you know, that I'm still unlearning. And I'm saying this specifically to the development of a friendship, because I'm the type of person that once I know what I want, like once I have enough clarity to be like, okay, this is the thing I want to pursue, this is the thing I want to do, I just go for it, you know? So once I know that I want to start pursuing a friendship or being somebody's friend, I just pour as much love and light, good positive vibes into it, because I've definitely noticed that the way that I show love to others is through words of affirmations. That's one of the main ways that I do it. And I will shower somebody in love and, you know, just be supportive and show up for them, because friendships take work, you know, you have to maintain them and put the effort in to build a friendship. But sometimes I negate the amount of time it takes for somebody else to make a decision of if they even want to be my friend, or how long it takes for them to feel comfortable around me. And I think just knowing my intentions, like knowing that they're pure, and also just knowing that I want to be somebody's friend, I don't think that I always process that, you know? I don't think that I always process that, you know, just because it took me like a couple months to realize that I want to be this person's friend doesn't mean that it's going to take them the same amount of time to realize that they want to pursue a friendship with me, or even if they are looking for friends right now. You know, you never know what somebody has going on in their life, and it's just important to be mindful of that. And that even though you may want to be their friend right now, maybe there's some other responsibility that needs their full attention. And bringing more people into their life may not be the healthiest decision for them right now, because they need themselves more than they can be present in a friendship. Being mindful of those things definitely kind of takes off the part of me that still has trauma, because the trauma that I need to heal from is the fact that I feel like it's my responsibility to show up for people. The environment that I was raised in often showed me examples of I am responsible for others' emotions, which often looked like being woken up in the middle of the night because the dishes weren't washed, or hearing a disproportionate amount of yelling because a certain task was not done specifically at the moment it was told to be done, or the specific way it was told to be done. There's always this dynamic in which if you want peace, you have to make somebody else feel peace. You know, you have to make the adult happy. It happens so consistently that it's like I thought more about the consequences of what would happen if I didn't do what I was told, as opposed to how do I feel, you know? Is this giving me anxiety? Do I feel hurt? Do I feel sad? Do I feel lonely? It's like my ability to perceive how I felt in those situations was definitely minimized, to the point that even now as an adult, it's in certain dynamics, it's really difficult for me to be like, am I doing this because I feel responsible, or am I doing this because this is how I feel? And it's like the reward in doing what I was told was hearing quiet, you know? It's like that yelling, that yelling was like the worst thing ever, you know? It just, and it's like once the yelling started, not all the time, but like often it's just like it just didn't stop. It would go on for hours, you know? It's like yelling on and off for an hour, then a phone call happens, and then when the phone call ends, there goes the yelling again, you know? It's like it's like I could only laugh at it because it's just like, what are we really doing here? It's like, why are we this upset over like something needing to be dust, or dishes not being washed, or taking the chicken out of the freezer? Like, I don't know. At this point, it's like I'm just trying to think of random things that I can recall having or needing to be done when I was younger. But there was so much anxiety added to the yelling that not hearing it was like the best thing ever, you know? And now as an adult, because I also really genuinely love uplifting and empowering people, like, you know, that's like the message behind my brand, and, you know, just that's the energy that I want to bring into this world. That's the energy I want to give to others. You know, it's healing for me to embrace those energies, and it's healing for others, I'm sure, to feel those energies. You know, those are the things that matter to me, uplifting and empowering others and spreading peace, love, and enlightenment. But there is that part of me that definitely has difficulty recognizing when I'm in a situation in which I feel it's my responsibility to do it versus just, this is how I feel right now, you know? And when it comes to the energies and people and spaces that I want to surround myself with, I know that it's definitely important for me to feel like I'm deserving of love and peace and positive things, because when you fall into that idea of feeling like you're responsible for the emotions of others, unfortunately, like for me, what happened is that often when somebody tells me how much they love or appreciate me, and it's after a moment of me being kind to them or being somebody that they can speak to and open up to, not all the time, but there are some moments where I certainly feel like, you know, this is my reward for being good to them, you know? Like, my reward for being good to them is being told how much they love me, how much they appreciate me, or how much I have been there and a good person to them, you know? It's like that part of my mind is still traumatized, you know? And believes that the reason I'm receiving these compliments and these words of affirmations is because of how useful I am. And I know that it's important for me to build more friendships and have more places that make me feel like I am receiving love and words of affirmations because I am deserving of it, you know, that because I'm a human being, because I'm a good person, you know? It's like I haven't had enough moments in my life, at least that I can recall, that outweigh the moments that weren't like that, you know? I haven't had enough moments where I feel like I've received something good because I deserve it. Because a lot of the interactions where I have received things start feeling transactional. And I definitely have had way too many moments in my life where somebody wanted something from me, like people who have been in my life my entire life, who have wanted my time, my energy, specifically time and energy, you know? And when I say I can't do that, or no, it's met with a title. It's like, sorry, I can't make it to this event. Well, remember, I'm your insert title here. Or, I'm sorry, I can't do that for you. Okay, well, don't forget that I'm your blank, you know? It's like the title's supposed to do more work than the person who is actually holding it, you know? It's exhausting, you know? It's truly exhausting when it's like I don't know what to say to that. It's like when I say no, it means no. It doesn't mean, hey, you get a free pass for treating me however you want because you hold this title in my life, you know? And it's just very exhausting. It's extremely exhausting to experience that. Like what I was saying before in terms of just giving people time to process if they want to pursue a friendship, if they even want to be a friend, or the amount of time it takes, whatever the case may be. There's a part of me that definitely is doing the best to be aware of what I need in my life and to put the energy and time into things that align with where I'm trying to go in life, because I've done the internal work, you know, I've done unlearning as much trauma as I can, and you know, we're always going to be evolving and changing through life, you know, but I feel like I've done so much internal work that I'm ready for the external part to start matching up. And I'm truly exhausted of the moments where I felt like I had to be strong enough to endure things in my life, you know? I would like to step into the part of my life where I don't feel like I had to be strong enough to endure something, but I'm wise enough to know that I deserve better. I'm wise enough to know when I have to leave a certain space or a certain environment or a certain person. I think those moments where we're enduring being in these painful situations and around environments that don't benefit us in any way and just like tear us down and break us down, I feel like those are just moments where if you're around the wrong people, they're gonna start convincing you that, you know, love looks like being strong enough to endure. Love looks like being strong enough to, you know, wait for somebody to change. And you know, I'm not doing that, you know. I don't want my life to look like that. I've done so much internal work, as I already just said, and I would really love for the external part of my life to start matching that, because the issue that I'm running into is that it's like I build up all these different structures in my life, you know, and then somebody comes in and they're just like, wow, this is great, and they just twirl around and knock everything down. It's like, great, now I have to rebuild that again. And it's literally just them not being mindful of the work that I've done, not being mindful of, you know, like what they're saying to me and how it affects me. It's always just, you know, I'm just gonna say whatever, and if you don't like it, you're too sensitive, or you should be listening to me because I'm an adult or because I'm older than you. It's like, you're always going to be older than me. So what are you trying to say? I'm supposed to endure being treated poorly by you? Like, I'm not. We're not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. With that being said, I've realized that I really need more places that make me feel safe. I feel like safety is just one of those things that looks different for people. You know, there's financial stability, there's environmental safety, like just the environment that you're in, the people around it. It can look like so many things regarding your health, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you know. I think that safety can look so different for each person. But for me specifically, I realize that the type of safety I need is my boundaries being respected. I need people that respect me, because in the past, I realized what makes me feel so shaky. And when I say shaky, I just mean in life, like not feeling like I have enough stability or feel grounded, is that when I tell somebody I don't like a particular thing, they question me and keep doing it, as opposed to stopping the action and understanding why I don't like this certain thing being done. And when it happens over and over again, it's like I start having these moments of like, okay, does it even matter if I say anything? Should I say that this hurts me? Should I say that I don't like a particular thing? What happens is I start getting used to being treated poorly. And I don't like that. You know, like one of the things that comes to mind is one of my best friends at the time from years ago. I remember that there was a hat that I used to wear all the time that I loved. You know, I had a Gaara hat from Naruto, black baseball cap, and the Gaara was on the front, and I was like, this hat is the bomb. I love it. I'm wearing it all the time, you know, and it genuinely made me happy. every time I would hang out with this friend, they would knock the baseball cap off my head. And I'd be like, okay, can you stop? Please don't do that. And every time I wore it, they would always do that. And it got to a point where I would stop wearing that hat, even though I wanted to wear it, because I was hanging out with them and I knew that if I was around them, they would knock the hat off my head. And that sucks. Like, even hearing myself say that, like, that sucks. It's like, imagine having something that means a lot to you, you care about it, regardless of if the person understands how much it means to you or not. If I say don't do this, don't do it. But unfortunately, they wouldn't stop. And because they wouldn't stop, I stopped wearing my favorite hat. So it's like if you just think of that situation, like think of the fact that there's somebody who loves something and they stop doing what they love because they were putting themselves around somebody who at the time in their perception was somebody who they had a lot of fun with and they appreciated and enjoyed the company, but this person whose company they enjoyed disrespected them all the time, didn't care about how their actions made me feel, you know? It just sucks. And it's like, I feel like there are too many versions of that have happened in my life where it's like I just make myself smaller and smaller for others because of the title, and no more of that. No more of that. So I'm definitely doing the work to step more into the part of my life in which I feel safer and I'm around more people and spaces that respect my boundaries, respect me, and are people who have emotional intelligence and are able to have a conversation, even if it's uncomfortable, without raising their voice or without name calling, and, you know, just having mutual respect for each other and have the ability to do that, because I deserve it. You know, I deserve better than what I've experienced in the past, and that's that. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bless up, and until next time, sending out much peace, love, and enlightenment. Bye, guys.